What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Sea of Souls live stream Dungeons and Dragons campaign brought to you by the Elder Brain. That is us. We are the Elder Brain. Sans Torque. We are missing one Torque. Hopefully, he will be joining us later, but working late, doing the adult thing, responsible stuff with the job. But yes, hopefully Jack will join us later on. But we're here nonetheless to get started with episode 55, because we are 55 episodes in. Last week was torque heavy, put it that way. Jack's words, actually. But in episode 54, episode session
for in last week's episode.
Episession.
Last week.
Last episession.
Time on.
The Stormfather had given Torque his blessing, naming him Son of Thunder, and granted him a bit of his elemental power, giving Torque the ability to deal extra lightning or thunder damage during combat by channeling his connection to Gothos, the god of storms. The avatar of Gothos, Timtuel Langathan Kalgarden, also known as Tim, also promised that the god of storms would send aid from the east at dawn the next day, though what it would look like was not mentioned. While you wait for the coming aid that was promised, you seek more information about Gothos, the gods, perhaps Drskades as well, endeavoring to find out what might be found lore-wise on the grounds of Qeuous Keep. And Connor Boone, your longtime friend and member of the Royal Gungam Navy, prepares to return within the next couple of days to bring back the signed letter and the account of Dinar's retelling of the events that transpired so many years ago.
Months.
And so we pick up months. Sorry. What is time even?
Yep.
So, gentlemen, we pick up as you've come back from the docks and your encounter with Tim, heading back to the keep. Torque seems, well, often quiet, but obviously a lot on his mind as you see him kind of like a little bit of storm energy kind of crackling a little bit hand to hand as he kind of tests out the energy of the storm that's coursing through his veins. Coursing through his veins. But he seems lost in thought. And leaving the three of you to deliberate, think about what just happened, reflect. So I'll hand it to you.
Trying to remember how we left it last week. Did we all declare what we were doing?
Yeah, I think we'd all sort of wandered off in our separate directions.
The main gist was that Tayland specifically, along with the help of his esquire, his Chamberlain, was going to seek out Gaius, I believe, to inquire about what information might be found. If there's any books.
Yeah, the idea was that the family, even if we can find something on Umbra, like some sort of hidden room or something, like there would probably be something somewhere in either a library or a study or some sort of thing about information. I feel like the Vale family might have something that could be of use if we search the place.
Very well.
That was my thought anyway.
Yeah, given the historical connections, there's bound to be something here. We just gotta find it.
Boone's elsewhere at the moment, so I will bring the four of you in there. And Gaius is kind of hanging out as you return. And the first thing that he does is as you all kind of come in, and Gaius just kind of look at the four of you. Oh, you guys were talking to somebody at the docks, but there wasn't anybody there. You guys were just, what was going on? But weird.
Yeah, that sums up a lot of the last.
And then the storm just kind of went away. Then you guys came back, and Torque now seems a little, well, more electric than it was before. Care to explain, my lord?
If we could, we would.
You know, everybody's got to have friends. Sometimes you just can't see them.
If you say so, my lord. All right, well,
Unless they're a
Storm.
child, because then it's probably a skulk. At least that's what my books have told me.
interesting. Well, the storm has abated as quickly as it came.
Yes, you're welcome.
Right. Before you ran down to the docks there, Talon, you were seemed to be looking around for something, muttering about books and the like.
Yes, I was wondering if there was any sort of family library or study or any sort of research room, den, perhaps.
Secret cult lair, something like this.
An Athenarium.
Well,
There we go. Cross that word off my month.
This is a keep. I believe I've mentioned that previously.
Yeah, well, you can, theoretically, you would keep things in a keep.
Yes.
I've read stories about this fictional place called Candle Keep, where there are zounds of books.
Sounds more like they would have lots of
Candles?
illumination.
You would think,
Candles,
yeah. It was a very
illumination of a different sort, I
that's
suppose.
what you get with fictional books, I guess.
Anyway, there's not much. Lady Wilhelmina did have a study that she kept a few books and the like here and there. Well, I suppose since you've inherited everything here, follow me.
Excellent.
Get it unlocked for you there, and
would you be able to tell
give
me
the
if
key.
there's anything of this sort at the homestead?
No. The homestead was pretty bare bones. It was for mostly workers who used to live here. As I mentioned previously, they gradually sort of left as, well, work dried up with the family not living here and took their meager possessions with them. So, aside
Makes
from
sense.
myself and Proxia and Nubs, our meager belongings, that's where we live, down on the homestead. There's not much in the way of books and lore.
Makes me
Anyway, follow
Hey,
me
hey,
if you would.
Hey, Flick.
Yeah, what you got?
Sorry, Chamberlain Flick.
That's
Are you
better.
coming?
Oh, where'd you go? Sorry.
Hey, while you're at it,
So he leads you over this way.
while you're
to
at
the
it,
storeroom
keep
and
those
into one of the dens here.
keep those goblin eyes open for any kind of hidden passageways that might stick out at you.
Yeah, my reading partner.
I will also just kind of scan as we go, just kind of taking in the place.
Now, it's kind of a funny story. I do know that Wilhelmina has a secret, what you call it, hide away or
Ooh,
something.
secret stash of liquor.
She knew that I knew, but we sort of, pretended that I didn't know. She knew. She knew. Now, that being said, I will confess that I've attempted to open it years since she's gone, with her blessing, of course, before she left.
Oh, of course.
Kind of a challenge. She's told me that I was welcome to peruse what was inside, if I could find a way to open it. Alas, I have not been able to. I know that it's in this room. I don't know how to open it.
Well,
Is that why I'm
That's
feeling the breeze from behind this curtain over here?
Oh, no. That's this is very obvious. There's doors that go into the serving hallways behind. Those curtains are intended for privacy. When the keep was originally built, it was for to keep the unsightly servant doors behind screen, as it were. So not really.
well then,
not really hidden.
I think we'll be
Out of the way.
investigating this place and seeing if we can not find that. Because, of course, if I have inherited this keep and everything in it, then I've also inherited this secret room, which is now mine, and I must be able to access what is mine. And it may indeed hold what we're looking for.
Exactly what I said. But yes, indeed.
Yes, but I said it in a far better tenor.
And you used the fancy words.
As you say, my lord.
I like you, Gaius.
Well, thank you, my lord. Time will tell if I can return that sentiment. No offense, I just don't know yet. So
I appreciate it.
I'm not one to give empty
Gaius,
praise. Respect, yes, but empty praise and you're the most great and all of that.
Are you
no time for that?
Are you given room and board? Is that your payment for serving the family? What do you get out of all this?
Well, peace. As I've said, I didn't serve the family. I served Wilhelmina. She saved my life. As a debt to her and what I owed, I agreed to take on the role of Major Domo here at Qeuous and tend to the keep and see to the property. It was a nice change of pace from previous life. I enjoy the simplicity of it.
Well, I will say, putting forward, that if there is ever a time when you feel you have fulfilled your debt and you wish to return to the waking world, let me know. We can probably arrange for you to have a parcel of coin and some well wishes and send you on your way. I am not intending to keep you here under any sort of previous arrangement. I would prefer you do work for me because you want to, and not because you feel obliged to.
Right. I feel no personal obligation to you. Let's just be clear on that.
That'll change.
Are you trying to get rid of me? Don't say that.
No. It is more along the lines of it seems unjust for one to be as good at their job and as loyal and dutiful, but yet receive not just reward.
Well, feel free to pay me then.
I might indeed.
But
I have money.
I tend these grounds out of respect for Wilhelmina, and I will, until the end of my days, I imagine. There's nowhere else for me out in the world. This is my refuge, my reprieve now. So I'm happy to stay and to serve you how I can. Anyways,
Marvelous.
so about this secret hideaway.
Yes, let's us begin examining this here room. Me and my buddy Flick here, we're pretty good at finding secret passageways, secret doors, traps, all kinds of things that tend to hide from one's eyes. Isn't that right, Flick?
Oh yeah, we got all sorts of methods.
Be that as it may, I will tell you that I've looked at every single book in here, every surface of every bookshelf, every square inch of floor of desk, under the carpets, on the carpets themselves, the walls. I've had years. I found nothing.
How do you know what's in this room?
This is where I saw her open the wall and go in and come back.
Well, that's a good start. Where did the wall open?
Let's see, it was it's right over there. He points to a section of bookshelf wall.
Okay, well, now we're getting somewhere. All right. And you saw her open the wall. How?
She stood in front of it, and then a moment later it opened. She went in.
Well,
now
we
I'm
could
a
blow
simple
it open.
man. Magic and the like is beyond me, but I always assumed that it had to be something of that nature, since I've searched this room, as I've mentioned, for any mundane means from top to bottom, and found nothing.
Well, very good. Flick me bucko, me chum, me pal.
All right, let's see if we can crack this egg. Huh?
Say some of them funny words and wave some of them funny gestures.
Yeah, what do we got? Let's
Give
see.
me the dinar special.
You mean the one where I don't know knock? Is that the one you're saying?
Yes.
That is the dinar special, not knowing what you need to know. And here's how useless I am. I thought he just wanted you to detect a magic.
That is what I was going for, yeah.
Oh, I don't got that. Oh, I do have that.
I was gonna say you should have that. I thought we swapped
I
that.
hope you have that.
It'll take me a minute,
That's a pretty good staple. I mean,
I had other fish to fry. But yeah, when we swap notes, I got his specialty. Let's see if I can razzle dazzle one of these up. And 10 minutes later.
while he's doing that, I will take a cursory look at the books and see what we're working with here.
Cool. Give me a perception check, if you would.
Oh, that I can do.
You can.
I assume this is with my eyes.
Indeed.
Excellent.
Unless you'd like to try reading with your nose or something else, but
Read with my eyes closed. 29.
Even the low roll was pretty decent.
Yeah.
so
I'll just lift up my magic eye patch and stay.
here's the thing. There are lots of different books, different styles, different covers. And it doesn't take you long reading through them. At first it seems, okay, these are in various languages other than common. Remind me what languages you...
I know Common and I know Dwarvish.
Okay.
And technically I know Druidic.
Right. So you've seen the script of some other language. You've seen enough writing, even if you're not familiar with it, in your time in the Wavesong Temple. And something just strikes you as very odd about these books. And after a few minutes of flipping through a few of them, you find similar phrasing repeated in a few, altered maybe a little bit differently. And then it dawns on you, they're all gibberish.
Ah, Of course.
Ipsum lorem.
Yep.
Yes.
They are all
They're-
completely gibberish.
Is this like
nonsense?
when you're trying to read a book while you're dreaming?
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
nothing. It's empty words.
Interesting. Methinks this might be a strong illusion.
Flick,
Yeah.
as your detect magic activates, you do indeed detect illusion magic,
Ooh, I got a ping.
as well as abjuration magic
Ooh.
Got 2 pings.
And here it is.
divination magic.
Ooh.
Interesting.
One
Two
of these
things in a
things is
sheet.
not like the others. What you got for me, Mr. Green?
Well, on the one hand, we are not seeing the true picture here.
Yeah, I think I also more or less.
On the
picked
other
up on
hand,
that.
this thing is highly fortified. But on the third hand, it's also like reading our minds or like predicting the future or something weird. There's
Is this from like anything specific he's getting this, or is this the whole room?
or just the
So-
shelf.
The illusion magic does seem to be coming from the sort of area of the shelf, in particular where Gaius had pointed out, as well as the abjuration magic. They're both in that same locale. The divination magic seems to be more general, kind of filling the room. It just seems to be more ambient, like it's there, not specifically located to one spot.
Do we know if like identify would be of any use here?
There's not an item
Okay,
that you can pinpoint it to, Flick, to really identify. It seems to just be
it's too kind of
location.
permeation.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Well,
Well,
so these books here appear to just be placeholders. Rather unfortunate, but I do believe that they may hold a key to perhaps accessing this secret passage. If all these books are fake, then they are presumably here to hide something.
that stands to reason. Are they like physical books though? Like we interact?
They are.
Yeah, well, yeah,
physical
why?
books,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm probably like I'd be able to pull them off the shelves and look at them, right? So they are
Yeah.
physically there. Now, I'm not super expert on magic outside of my own particular expertise, but is it possible to create illusions that are tangible?
Gaius is kind of stroking at his thick fur during this whole conversation, and he's just like, come to think of it, I never did see Wilhelmina read any of these books. The only times that she was ever in here was when she was going into that spot and then going through.
That's where the real books are.
Fascinating. Give me an Arcana check for your question about
Okay.
tangible
Oh, yeah.
illusion.
Hey, maybe I know it.
I can help.
I think it's better if we reverse that around.
Sure.
I will help you by asking the question.
You're asking the probing
I will,
questions. and getting the
we will
quick
do
line.
some rubber duck debugging here.
All right, here we go. Hey, a 19.
There
or
you
a
go.
19.
That's about as much helpful as I would imagine.
Okay. With enough skill and sort of higher castings, it is definitely possible to create illusions that, to those who don't know any better, are physically real. They trick your senses into having sight, like touch, smell, audio. So in theory, absolutely.
Is there any way I can look at the covers and try to? I mean, I'll be frank here. Is there any way I can try to determine if possibly the covers of the books need to be, if it's a cipher or something, like they need to be arranged in a certain order? If the covers of the spines have any kind of lettering or anything on them that might strike me as that.
I'd say, given your 29 perception
Yeah.
that you got previously, it all seems like what's the word I'm looking for? Distraction. Like it's nonsense. Like
It's there to look cool. It's there to look.
It's there to look cool, and you do get
yeah.
the sense that it is also there is possibly that like can lead you on a rabbit chase, right? Like
I see. Okay.
you could spend hours trying to figure out a code or a cipher or something like that. It just doesn't make
Wait a
sense
minute.
to you.
So if it's not the books, then what else we got?
The
Did she
first
do
thing
any-
that came to my mind when we heard about how it was done is that possibly there was a command word or something that had to be spoken, or a gesture. Which, if that's the case,
Look.
we're kind of screwed.
Hey, Tayland.
Aye.
Maybe it's something to do with the veiled blood. Why don't you just come over and let me in?
That would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Sure would. Meanwhile, I'm gonna check the floor and see if there's like a trigger or like a something to push. Because if it's not in the bookshelf, maybe it's on the carpet.
Okay.
Open sesame.
While this is going on, Dinar,
Mm-hmm.
what are you up to? You're just kind of hanging out.
So Boone is left.
Boone hasn't left. He's kind of off for a stroll.
I mean, there's no need to actually role play it. But I think Dinar is probably still pretty interested to hear everything that Boone can tell him about Snassus and what she is recalling from the events. Specifically, Snassus mentioning that there was somebody with Dinar.
Okay.
And so he's probing for that, but that doesn't have to be role played if there's nothing to role
So
play.
right now, like when you guys came back to the keep, Boone was not there.
Oh, okay.
He'd gone off.
But he's still on the premises?
He hasn't returned to Stormhaven. He's just somewhere.
Okay, so he's not like
around,
milling
so.
about the keep?
No.
Okay.
He's on the island. You presume, but he's just went for a walkabout.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the thing Dinar's interested in. So he might burn a sending spell to try to locate him. See if he's close enough to go and have a chat.
Okay. I will get to that in a second.
Yep.
Flick, give me an investigation check as you are looking for a specific trigger. Tayland, as you stand in front of the bookcase, nothing happens. There's no reaction to your presence.
Big old 10.
Seems Gaius was pretty thorough, as he said. He looked everywhere for any kind of trigger or something, and just nothing could be found. Dinar, as you cast sending, what would you like to say?
All right.
Got you.
Yeah.
Get the Travis fist out.
Hey, Captain. If you're still on the island, I had some more questions about what Snassus said she saw the day the majestic Starling sank. Hey.
Wow. Nicely done.
You got a sending of without rehearsed, without written down, perfect 25 words. That is the climax, folks.
Caveman talk,
Hey, hey.
We need to end it like right now. I think that's.
At least give him inspiration for that. Like
I don't
that's
do any better than that. Nah, I ain't getting respiration.
No.
A moment later, Hey, Dinar, I'm still here. Actually standing outside the crypt. Nubs, well, come look. When you can.
Ooh.
You probably could have just alleviated all of that extra work by just sending you up.
You pooping?
Okay. With that, Dinar will wander into where he saw Flick and Tayland disappear too. And
I like to
wherever in
imagine
their
we're in
investigation.
we're in the middle of like some kind of esoteric ritual, and I'm like prostrated against the shelf, trying to like move my arms in certain ways while Flick is like chanting various arcane terms or something, and Gaius
Guys,
is just
he's standing against the wall, just being like,
What on earth are you guys doing in here?
oh hey, magic.
Okay.
You know, that's why you called on the expert, right?
Fair. But like, what specifically are you doing?
We're trying to open the secret door behind this here library shelf.
Is
It's a bit of a sticky wicket.
Is the door visible? It just can't open?
No, you can't tell there's a door at all. I'm just pointing at a bookshelf.
How do we know there's a door there?
Gaius saw it.
well,
I
I
mean,
mean, went in there a few times. Just did before I read what Tayland is, and then it opened, she went through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna insight check at this point. Is he pulling Talon's leg just to be a
That-
dick?
I mean,
That was actually my next thought.
Listen, there's definitely something going on in this room, okay? I don't even... This is fake
Go
books
ahead and
a bunch of
insight.
magic
Go ahead and
auras.
insight.
Nope. He's God's honest truth.
Listen, how could you not trust a
Believe him.
face like that?
Yeah.
Gaius seems like a stand-up guy, all right? If I can't trust Gaius, I may as well
Stand-up
just
Gaius.
never trust anybody.
All right, well,
I appreciate that, Lord Taylor. Maybe I do like you.
okay. Gaius, where exactly did you see this door open up for Wilhelmina?
Right here.
He points right to.
Stand out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. Haven't exactly had a chance to test this one yet, but let's give it a shot. Dinar
it
will.
fireball?
No, it's not fireball.
Take cover. Gaius, run for your life.
Dinar will utter some arcane words and what's the
Focus,
effect?
focus,
for this?
Alamo, focus.
I haven't done this spell yet. What is the effect that's going to be created here? I
Now I'm
think
intrigued.
I think what you guys will see is there will be a little illusory image of what would it be? I guess I don't know exactly what I'm doing, so or what I'm doing this on. So I think in Dinar's mind, what's happening here is he is trying to dispel the magic on a locked door. So what you see is a little illusory image of a door, and then his fingers will kind of separate like this, and that glowing magic will kind of disperse from the illusory door. So Dinar is going to cast Dispel Magic on this wall, and I'm going to cast it at a 4th level.
Okay.
Respectable.
I will need you to roll me a ability check with your spellcasting ability, please.
Yeah, I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be
Higher than
enough.
4th, yeah.
It's probably way high. Okay, so sorry, this is plus what? Plus my spellcasting ability?
It's just your yeah.
So that would be like my spell plus my intelligence, sorry? Which is my spellcasting ability?
Mhm.
Okay, so d20 plus 4. That's a 9, so only 13.
Not even do it. Your spell just doesn't seem to latch on to anything specific. Just fizzles out, little sparks.
Okay, whatever is
Is that it?
what? Hang on. Whatever is
You made it
whatever
seem like there's
magic-
gonna be some.
whatever magic is binding this door is a little bit more powerful than I was anticipating. Do you guys want me to try it again with a little bit more strength?
Magic more powerful than Dinar? That just
Not that it's more powerful than me, more powerful than I expected.
Okay, all right.
Would you like me to try again with a little bit more oomph?
I mean,
No more gusto.
if you think it'll work,
I don't know if it'll work. I'm assuming that Flick has already been in here detecting magic.
of
yeah,
course.
yeah, just like you showed me, boss. And we got some illusion, we got some abjuration, we got some divination.
Is,
It's all over the map.
All
is
right,
there
all right.
any way? Is there any way that? And this is a weird request. Is there any way that like we've got two spellcasters, wizards in this room? Is there any way that like Flick could help
With the dispel magic?
Or could your bardic inspiration boost him on it?
That probably yes, actually.
I'd be up for that.
Sing me a song, Tayland.
I'm fine with the bardic inspiration. That makes perfect sense. I was just curious if like could. Yeah, it's a bit of a
If
weird
I-
idea.
Does Flick know the spell as well?
I do not.
That's
I
fair.
could.
I'd say if
I
he
could-
knew this, I'd say if they both knew the spell, then yes.
I'd be willing to sacrifice spell slots towards it, but
I'd say if you knew the spell, then I'd say that's something that could,
not quite
But
there yet.
because you don't know the incantation. There's not really much you could do to aid his casting.
That's right. I'll sit back and I'm gonna be ritual casting comprehend languages, assuming we're gonna get in there and have stuff to read in a minute.
So with bardic inspiration, Dinar will upcast to 5th level this time.
Yo ho, all hands, hoist the colors high. Heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Go!
And that's a D8.
Yes.
Nice. So at 5th level, am I still rolling?
You are still a roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this is +4 with an extra D8. Oh yeah, that's a 20, like a natural 20 plus a 6, so 26 plus my modifier. That's a 30.
That should do it. That should do something. That'll at least confirm whether or not this is doable.
So it is a bit of a blind casting
Mm-hmm.
in that you don't know exactly what you're aiming for. And so you're kind of aiming for this area and you're hoping, okay, there's a spell here. There's a couple of spells. There's illusion. There's the abjuration. You sense this spell take hold this time and latch onto an effect that's there. And the tension that you feel with your spell gives you the impression that it's latched onto whatever abjuration effect is here.
Hmm.
And there's a moment where you see sort of this field about the size of a doorway just starting to glimmer, almost kind of like a white hot heat as the two magics like clash, and your dispel kind of works to break apart this shield. And you can sense in this shield that there's some pretty painful magic that would enact here to anybody who had tried to go through this abjuration field. But your spell manages to kind of pull apart the weave, as it were, of this spell. And you can see it start to dissipate and fizzle, and there's kind of sparks, and then that effect puffs out. So the abjuration enchantment is gone.
Well, that sounds like a win.
But there's still no visible door.
You do not see anything. You did not, because you don't know exactly where the illusion is or what it is. It's hard for you to actually pick that enchantment. But the abjuration, since it was kind of covering that, it was much easier for you to hit it blind.
That's fair.
Because it was kind of all encompassing, and so that's what your spell connected with, which is good. You get the sense that that could have been extremely painful to encounter. And I'd say, yeah, because Flick, your detect magic would still be up, that you do sense that abjuration wink out. The divination and illusion are both still there.
All right. 1 down, 2 to go, Skipper.
So, I mean, we can just keep doing this. I assume you don't have that much. I guess you could do that a couple more times, but we don't know how. The problem with rolling really well like that is we don't know if we just made it.
Yeah.
Or if we overshot significantly. And yeah, so I guess that's the downside.
How do you know?
There's got to be a better way than brute forcing this, other than literal brute force. Because I mean, I could just grab a chair and throw it at the shelf and see what happens.
Rustle up Torque, get him to.
Yeah, just say Torque, walk in a straight line and don't stop.
There becomes a dragon. Oh crap! Oops. Guys, you found the dragons. They're not extinct. They're just chairs.
Because I mean, most of my spells are about throwing water and wind at things, not necessarily unraveling magical thingamajiggers. But like I could just start destroying things. I feel like that shouldn't be necessary.
All right, so when I finish my ritual cast of Comprehend Languages, I'm going to move right on and get out the pieces of Shorty's thigh bone and give a little kiss to Lefty's knuckle bone, and I'm going to start working on augury because we need a hint.
Is there any other writing in this room, like on like a writing desk or like a diary or journal or anything along those lines?
Everything that you caught a glimpse of all had that same gibberish nonsense.
Gaius, the room's current position with the furniture the way it is, does that strike you as what you would normally see whenever you saw the lady entering through this door?
Indeed, yes. Nothing in here has been removed. I've actually kept this room exactly as it was. She had it. So,
okay.
As you saw, I actually had it locked. The key here, so that
I was just wondering if
access to it,
there was some sort of like you had to arrange things in a certain order.
No, nothing I was aware of.
Okay.
She just came in and I saw her standing there, and then
the rug in front of the shelves. Is there any kind of interesting looking pattern or sigils or anything on there that might indicate like a specific point?
Roll me a IQ check. No, pattern testing. I'm
just trying to see if maybe the rug might designate some kind of like stand here, essentially.
Give me an insight check.
Alrighty. 7. I wish I paid more attention in rug studies.
I mean, you can the it's a very fine woven rug. It looks to be a Valerian design, so similar to what you would have seen where you grew up. Nice quality, nice pattern detailing, but nothing like specific about it that really draws your attention. Augury.
All right. Got the knuckle bones ready. I'm ready to cast. And the question is there a solution to the puzzle in the room? Basically, is there a hint in here that we should be able to find? That's what I'm asking the knuckle bones. Or the thigh bone.
Wheel.
Answer is wheel. That means yes. Good results. There is something in the room.
The solution is right in the room. That is a 100% definitive.
All right. Shorty says the solution's here. We just got to find it, guys.
Well, Shorty was always very trustworthy.
He hasn't steered me wrong yet.
Dinar's going to take a step back from the shelves. Is there any kind of discernible pattern in the books, the coloring?
No, I already.
You already did that?
Like okay. That, yeah.
All right.
I see desks. Is there anything on or in the desks that is of note?
Just more. I think it was more of the illusion type stuff, right? Like to be a assumption from that, I would think that most of this room is an illusion, if not all of it.
All the books, every book that you pick up, every sheet of paper, anything that's got writing on it is just gibberish nonsense.
Yeah.
Lorem ipsum.
Which could potentially mean that most of this
nonsense
room is an illusion. And that we might actually be seeing a projection over top of the real room.
Is Gaia sitting on a chair right now?
No, he's just leaning against the wall. These chairs are too small for him.
Is there a chair on his square?
No.
That was so that's what prompted my question about the furniture, actually, was those colored chairs.
Well, I'm wondering if the colored chairs are a pattern that we're supposed to pull out of the bookshelf. Or I'm thinking way too hard about this.
No, I think it's been determined that the books are a red herring.
That's the term I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think it's been determined that the books and the writing is a red herring, and it's more so to identify the fact that this is not they are fake, they are not real, and that there is some sort of illusory nonsense happening.
Yeah, that's what with your high perception, that's what you picked up, that it was just like
So I actually think that the books are
meant to mislead you.
Yeah, the books are not what we want to look at. Which is why I started thinking about the rest of the room. But if the whole room's an illusion, which we don't know, but we could maybe ascertain, then
there are ways to ascertain, indeed.
Perhaps it's more. I mean, we could start testing that. Try to force a glitch in the matrix or something. I don't suppose either of you have true sight.
Oh, for crying out loud, yes.
There it is. I was waiting.
Stupid. Mike is so stupid. Dinar will activate his true sight, please and thank you. I'm sitting here like, I have locate object prepared. I'm like, I'm going to locate object, and then once I locate the door, I'm going to reduce it, and that's going to be the thing that, like, saves the day. No! Think simpler, stupid! All right, I will activate my chaos ability to activate true sight, please.
Sometimes, Dinar, you just have to kiss.
Oh,
roll a d6 for your chaos dice.
That's a 3.
Yeah. No effect.
Oh, no effect. That's right.
No additional goodies.
Oh, no additional goodies. Okay, right.
Yeah. So Dinar, you activate your true sight, and the room doesn't change at all. So everything in here is actually here. The books are not illusion; they're just nonsense.
Fabrication.
Just fabrication to toy with you.
That makes sense. Okay.
Now, almost in midair, directly in front of the bookshelf, in a space probably about, just like chest space, probably about this. Conceivably something that's a space that could be hidden by somebody standing in front of it. You see a floating glyph, invisible to normal sight. And it is an Ankh, which is crossed with the loop on top.
Mm-hmm.
Set within a circle, and it's just floating.
Does the Ankh mean anything to Dinar? Magically?
Give me a religion check.
It's not my strong suit, but that's okay. Failing this, I'll tell Tayland what I see.
You go up and you squeeze it and you go onk onk, and then it makes everyone's happy.
But I rolled a 15 plus my religion of 4, so 19.
Wow.
You are more familiar with this due to recent conversations with Valencia Vale, who serves the goddess Naya, goddess of balance and death. The amulet that she had pulled out at one point to show who she served, not Umbra, but Naya, had this exact symbol on it. So this is the symbol of Naya, goddess of balance and death. Not undeath, evil death, but like death, overseer of all death.
Given the true sight, is there like is it facing me? Is it facing Tayland? Or is it would it follow me?
You move.
Okay. Then just where I am, I will reach out and try to push it like a button.
Okay. Your hand passes through, but as you touch it, you do see some kind of interaction. Like, not like physically, you don't feel anything, but it seems to kind of displace or move a little bit. So you're on the right track, but you're not quite there.
All right. There is something that you guys can't see right here in front of me. And Dinar will kind of outline the thing in front of him with his arms.
I think we've more or less been able to ascertain that.
Because it is an Ankh inside of a circle. Very, very reminiscent of the amulet that Valencia wears.
Now we're on to something.
It doesn't seem to respond to me pushing on it, but something's happening.
Have you tried going onk onk on it? I swear to God, this is gonna work.
Dinar will try a double push.
There we go.
Is there a way you could direct my hand to it?
Yeah, come here.
Is it something that you tangibly feel, or is it just there?
That's a good question.
You don't tangibly feel it. It doesn't seem to react at all.
All right, so like run into the kitchen to go grab some flowers so we can all play with it is not going to help? Okay.
This is what you see, by the way.
Okay. I'll get Taylan to come over. I'll grab him by the shoulder with one arm and put my hand on his wrist with the other, and I'll bring his hand right up to the Ankh and see if it reacts to him any more than it did to me.
Watch the threads.
So as you move his hand through it, same thing. It seems to respond to touch, like almost like little fragments, like kind of move around, like almost like it was like sand or something, or like like you disturb the image when your hand goes through it, but it doesn't. It's not.
So we have found the handle. What we need now is the key. And it's not me, which is unfortunate.
That would have been super helpful.
Craig, the image that you've put up there is a white circle with a black circle underneath and an Ankh that is see-through. Is that what I see? I see the Ankh as a
no,
like it's see-through?
So this is what the symbol, this would have been the amulet that
that Valencia had. Okay.
Valencia Serena wore.
Serena,
what you see is basically just a tracing of the Ankh and a circle around it. You don't necessarily see the white and the black and the cutout. It's just the shape of an Ankh with with a circle around it. So a very basic outline of Naya's symbol.
Just to try it, Dinar will reach out and trace, like, with his finger, he'll trace the shape of the Ankh that he sees in front of him to see if there's any reaction there.
As you trace the Ankh, you see a glow follow your finger. And you understand, even as you're doing this, why, from Gaius' point of view, it seemed that Wilhelmina was simply just standing in front of the bookcase. Likely she was standing there, and with her hand concealed, was just tracing the Ankh in the exact location that it is. And as you do that, and it glows, it stays glowing for a moment, and then it kind of gives a little bit of a pulse. And in doing so, the secret doorway opens, revealing a small cubby room, if you will. A very low chest on the ground, simple, like a box, no ornamentation on it at all. Like slabs of wood put together, basically, with a crude handle. And in the other alcove, an altar to Naya. And a book sits on that altar with the Ankh symbol on top of it.
I wonder if this one talks.
And that is all that you see in here.
So, Tanara, you're pretty sure you got rid of the danger part, right?
I'm already walking
Dinar will wait in the room.
So, Fleck,
Yeah.
as you walk into this space, the divination magic that you'd been sensing, 2 and 2 put together as you see on the wall right above the altar, an eye just blinks open, looks down at you, and then closes and disappears into the wall.
Oh. Is that an arcane eye? No, that would be invisible. Never mind.
There's a creepy eye on the wall in here. Huh.
At that,
Did you
Dinar
poke
will
it?
poke his head in.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
I think I just got
What
to
did
add it to the guest book.
What did it look like?
It was about yay big, and it gave me the once over. Decided I was awesome, and here we are.
I seem to remember that I was told that the last time any one of us witnessed Triskades, it was a giant eye. Or there were eyes involved. Wasn't anything like that, was it?
Didn't give you that feel.
Okay.
Seemed pretty benign.
Yeah, I'd say Flick, you're not getting like creepy Triskades vibes. It just seems more like almost like an alarm system sort of thing that like you've been seen.
Security camera got me.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Book on the altar. I'll start paging through that. Since I can read all languages for the next 59 minutes, that's
Okay.
or 50 minutes, I guess. I've
I mean, yeah, I'll take a look at it too.
been
So you pick
crazy.
up the book, and you try to open it. It does not open.
Oh.
It looks like it's got pages, but you physically can't like pull. There's not a latch. It's not a lock on it, but you can't pull the cover open. It just won't budge.
All right, I get up onto the altar. I got 2 heels hooked onto the back cover and 2 fingers under the front cover, and I just
Doesn't budge.
tumbles off the altar comically.
Yeah.
There's one
Interesting.
friggin' book in here, and it's broken. What a letdown.
Is that actually what we're seeing, though, Dinar?
That's
Yes.
well, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Oh, actually, that's right, Dinar. With your true sight, you would see the eye still there
Ah,
oh,
in the wall, but it's kind of almost like dormant. It looks like it's like when it's closed, it's just kind of hanging out.
hmm.
So it's just a big closed eyelid, basically.
You said there was an Ankh on top of the book, right?
Yeah, like engraved into the cover.
Oh,
that's
okay,
on
okay.
the
Not
cover.
not a physical Ankh. Okay.
No.
well, are we
the
thinking we have to do something to open the book, right? Like maybe trace.
Give it a
Can't be
shot.
that easy, right?
Give it a shot. That's how we open the door.
I mean, we might as well.
Who's doing the tracing?
I'll do it. It's fine.
You trace the Ankh on the book, and you do hear a click, but not from the book.
Oh, from the chest.
The chest on the floor
Shotgun.
beside you.
Ooh. That. Oh my god, that was such a. Yeah. Oh god. Okay.
Because the click, yeah, like, oh, no. Oh,
Not from
oh,
the book.
Oh, good click.
From the chest.
Activated a flame
hey,
trap.
All right. Okay. Let's go take a look at the treasure.
Inside the very simple box, there is a similarly simple cloth bag, about just a size to kind of fit in 2 palms easily. That's all that's in there. A little bit of dust. It's just sitting on the bottom, tied with a red cord.
Okay. Well, I am incredibly tempted to just lift this sack.
What's in the
But,
bag? What's in the bag? Open it, open it, open it, open it.
Be my guest.
I get to?
It's the fact that it's just a piece of cloth with a wrapper. I'm like, I don't know about that. That usually means there's something in the bag.
Yeah.
That is like
And you gotta
super
open it to find
special.
out. Here we go. Zoink. All right, what's in the bag?
You open it up. The red drawstring comes off. And as the cloth opens, it actually unfolds to reveal that it's not a bag. It's a hole.
Mm.
Ooh, even better.
It just
Okay.
opens, and suddenly there's just a flat hole, a black hole, now laying on the bottom
Oh boy.
of the chest.
All right, check this out. I'm gonna try and
I have
fling
never
it,
been
slap it up onto the wall.
I've never been so trepidatious yet excited at the same time.
So I'm gonna try and apply. So yeah, portable hole. I'm assuming, but I'm going to sort of fling
It
it
is
frisbee
indeed a
style and get
portable
it to stick to the wall and spill out its contents.
Okay. So it is indeed a portable hole. So you can add portable hole to your inventory. Wonderful magic item.
All right,
and as
we're
you throw
one
the
half of the way of an astral bomb.
That's right.
Woohoo!
As you throw the portable hole on the wall, a single item does kind of tink, tink, tink out. It is a broken key. It's a long
Okay.
brass key about the size of your palm, and then the end of it, you can easily see that the end of it is broken off. Give me a perception check, or actually, this would be investigation. I'd say.
Dinar,
Am I good at those?
would you like to take a look at this weird thing we found?
Investigation would be intelligence, right?
That
Yes.
is correct. Yes.
I'm
This is
not
why we're
trained in it, but I can do it.
You're not trained is better than mine not trained.
I was gonna say you're still better at it than we are.
Not today, I'm not. That's a 6, so 10 total.
Okay. Yeah, it's a broken key. Something about it like tugs at your mind. You don't know why though. Broken
Is
key.
it-
It's
Do we
weird.
have any other locked doors around
Is
this
it-
joint we opening?
Is it sharp? Like, is it broken off like in a sharp way? Like, is it jagged?
I will allow. Give me an insight check for that. For you,
Okay.
I'll give you advantage
Ooh.
based on that.
Okay. Nat 20 for a 25.
Wow.
It is broken, and it has been broken intentionally. It has been filed.
Okay.
Oh.
So the end or parts of this have been filed off intentionally.
So this is one half. This is either half of something, or it was designed. It's been. I mean, it's obviously been tampered with, but okay.
Hmm.
The problem is, of course, the important bit is the bit we don't have. If we had the other half, we wouldn't even need this piece.
Yeah, no, this is just for leverage. That's
Yeah. I don't suppose either of you have the ability to reverse time on this object.
not yet. Give me about 3 more levels, and I'll talk to you.
Okay.
What's leveling?
There are unplumbed depths of this of my book here that.
Is there a whole section on how to manipulate time?
It's a little wiggy.
A little wibbly wobbly, is it?
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah,
Well,
Chapter only looks like it's 3 pages, but it's actually 50. It's weird.
Um.
it's bigger on the inside. Is there? That's all that's in the hole? Is this half a key?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I'm not complaining about getting a portable hole. That's very nice. But okay. Interesting. There's no like lock. Would this make sense for like the book or?
Yeah. Is there a lock on the
Didn't
book?
see any. There's no keyhole
Yeah,
or anything on the. On
No
the
latch or
okay.
nothing on the book. It just kind of.
Maybe a stupid question, but the key isn't shaped like an Ankh, is it?
Nope.
Hey Dinar, do you have any kind of spells that might give you lore of the legend variety?
What level is that?
It's 5th level.
Yeah. And no. Tayland,
Okay.
do you?
No,
Fair
but-
question.
No, but I have a fair excuse as to why, because I multi-classed and screwed over my arcane secrets.
That's fair too.
I have a legitimate reason.
Look, if you guys give me 10 minutes, I can try
let's
to
at least see if the key is
identify it.
magical. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Let's see if it's at least some kind of magic key. It could very well just be, oh, this key is no longer usable. I'm going to throw it in my garbage, which is this bag. Like we don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a portable garbage chute.
If you give me 10 minutes, I can figure out if this thing is magical or if it was created by magic
dude.
means.
That's got to be a thing now. It's a portable hole, but someone was using it as garbage chute, and so as soon as you open it, it's like an OTUG just jumps out. And...
Yeah. All right. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Doodly doodly.
I will continue to examine the book while he's doing that, just to kind of see if I can.
Yeah, if you weren't, I was gonna.
Yeah. I just want to see if there's anything else we might have missed on that book.
The book doesn't open at all. Again, the book seems to be
Does it,
not
Can
does it
actually
look
a
like
book.
it was
It's just like
intended to open? Like, does it look like a real book, or is it another fake?
it.
Can I-
I'd say
can I pick it up?
giving it a 10-minute over. It was meant to look like it's supposed to open, but actually doesn't. It's a fake.
Ah.
Okay, so we might be thinking that the real thing here is the hole. Is the chest, and the book was there to open the chest.
Or the real thing is the key, which will come into hand somewhere not in this room, which is what my
Well-
guess is going to be.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Devin got a robot.
Yeah, Devin's internet just took a dump.
But the point being the book is just another key. They were very Fear not, I come in peace.
Devin's internet is crazy going.
You got
You went super glitch, man. That was like
That's Rogers for you.
That was great.
that was amazing. We even have like a
It's
going on.
It's
there.
been doing that last few days.
Cool.
But yeah, no, I strongly believe that everything in this room is to protect this key, which makes me think this key is
super important.
Yeah, is pretty darn. So somebody went to a lot of lengths to ensure nobody found this key, which is weird because it's currently unusable.
Yeah, we've only found half of it, so they've done a great job so far.
Yeah.
So, Dinar.
Yep.
The key is not magical.
Okay. And it wasn't created by magic means?
Nope.
It's just a key? As far as I can tell.
The key.
I don't know if that's more or less terrifying, to be honest with you.
Well, on the upside, it means that whenever this thing opens, I got a chance of cracking that lock with these.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just because the key is mundane doesn't mean the lock is.
Just saying, I got a chance. That's all. I'm not gonna sell this.
1 in a million is still a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Question for our general group knowledge. Gaius has kept mentioning a name Wilhelmina.
Previous owner of the keep.
Previous owner of the keep,
I guess.
Is a Vale.
Wilhelmina Vale was Valencia and Eddard's mother.
Okay. And she was the last resident of the keep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And do we know how long Wilhelmina's been dead? Or is she dead? She's not.
She
about
left.
a decade.
No, she's got to be dead unless there's something very strange protecting her from old Grandpappy.
Oh, okay, right. Because
She
he would have known.
left about a decade ago.
Okay. I'm thinking that this key doesn't even open anything in this room. There's something
probably
else.
not.
There's something else on this property that it does.
Oh, I think you're being very optimistic to think that it's here. But yes.
Well, I waited because this was very intriguing, but I did just message, well, about 10, 20 minutes ago now, Captain Boone.
I was gonna say it'd be about almost a half hour at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did mention that
he's been waiting for you this whole time.
I never said I was coming. He responded to my message.
Oh man, he's got to be so frustrated with you over like
hilarious.
These last few days.
Boone is down at the crypts
proud
with Nubs. He said there's something down there that we should go and check out. So I was coming over to tell you guys, but this was clearly interesting. So
At that guy's ears perk up and he says, "Whoa, the Griffs. What did he say?"
He just said that he was down at the crypts with Nubs and that we should come and check it out.
Something we should know about them crypts.
We better go. Follow me, quickly, please.
Boy.
I mean, Boone didn't seem like it was an emergency, but all right.
Put the key back in the hole.
No, not an emergency, just curious. I'll explain on the way. Follow me, please.
Interesting reaction.
But what does it mean? I guess I'll take the hole with the key in it because I don't trust Flick with it.
It'd be a great place to store food for proper
Yeah, that's
aging.
exactly. No, it's a great place to store booze.
well,
I now have a portable liquor cabinet, so that's unless there's any objections, I'll be taking that with me for the time being. I'm pretty sure it's actually mine by right of law anyway, so
I gotta keep the ribbon. Damn it.
That's fine. Do you have to fold it back up to store it, or can you like how
No.
does?
That's just how she had it.
Okay.
It can kind of fold in on itself, and you can tie it up in a bag. You can like fold it
Can
over on
I, can I
itself. And
strap it to a shield and then do interesting shenanigans with it? I'm not going to. I'm just wondering.
That's, hmm.
Go bash someone into the hole.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
Does it have to? Yeah, I guess it depends on. I'll have to read the spell again or the description about what surface. If it has any details about the surface that it attaches to, because I know it could be ceiling, floor, wall.
We could all just hop into it and get Dinar to take us there.
Well, there's no air.
I can hold our breath.
Well, there's limited air, but yeah.
Anyway,
so are you following
we'll
Gaius?
Yeah, we'll grab the hole and we'll follow Gaius and making sure the key is put in the hole.
And we'll grab Torque on our way.
I'm making a precaution that somebody with that eye might be looking for this key, and if it's in the hole, they may not know where it is. That's what I'm being paranoid about. So it's staying in this hole.
All right.
That's fair.
So as you make your way out of the keep and towards the crypts, which is kind of offset the main keep grounds, on the way, Gaius explains.
Before Wilhelmina left, she sealed the crypt. Gave us instruction to keep it clear of vines and the like, and make sure that it was the outside was well maintained. But we were not to try to enter. Not that we could. There's a giant seal over the door, preventing any entrance. There's never been anything unusual about it other than that. So if Nubs is there and he says there's something unusual, then it is definitely unusual and worthy of looking at. And I'm somewhat afraid, to be honest, to see what has happened.
Fair enough.
As you
That's reassuring.
reach the outbuilding, the crypt, you can see that it is a very well-built mausoleum with every aspect of the architecture. You see patterns in perfect balance, perfect symmetry, and even where there's spots where there's like asymmetry, but it balances asymmetry elsewhere, so that that becomes symmetrical to other parts of the design. And the doorway, you can see where there was a stone slab essentially fit into the entire opening, blocking it off. And right on the center of it is that familiar symbol, the Ankh, in the circle of black and white. And you can see the full color black and white here, the symbol of Naya. The symbol, or the stone itself rather, right through the symbol has a giant crack. Just split right down the middle, essentially. Not even, but just like kind of like a pressure crack, like a fissure, from an earthquake or that kind of sort of thing, where it's just breaking right through. And you can see that Nubs and Boone are kind of just standing there. And Nubs is like thinking about poking at it, and he's like, no, guy said he ain't supposed to mess with it, but it's weird, isn't it? I wonder if I pry that with the whole thing. Bad Nubs, don't touch it.
See, Flick, that's called restraint.
I don't get it. I mean, it's cracked. Obviously, it wants to be opened. Let's get this thing.
Guy kind of like skips. You see his foot kind of skip a step as he gets closer and goes, "Oh, what could that possibly mean? 10 years and more I've maintained this. Nothing's been able to dent that. A couple of the workers who used to live here, a few of them took a hammer to it just out of curiosity or boredom, perhaps, and nothing dented that stone. And now it's cracked.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Well, that makes two of us. So, Nubs,
Hey,
it was like this when you found it?
yeah. See, I was by the fountain there. Well, I was gonna have a bath, but then this dwarf here, Captain Boone, came out and we just got chatting. Started kind of walking around, and then I sort of saw that the crack was going right down there, middle of the stone. So
Okay.
wasn't me, I swear. Don't think I could do that. If I could,
Well,
pretty
yeah.
awesome.
So now the question is, when did that happen? When was the last time anybody got a good look, went past this place and had a look at it?
I check it every day in my rounds. I do a full sweep of the entire grounds as my job as Major Domo, and it was not like this morning during my rounds.
Hmm.
This has happened just recently.
Do you think it maybe happened during the storm that I chased away?
Was a pretty violent storm, sudden out of nowhere. But to crack a magically sealed stone that hasn't been dented or scratched. I suppose so. I really don't know what to make of it. Unsettling.
Guys, you said this was magically sealed?
Yes, Wilhelmina. She sealed it the behest of Naya. That's what she told me.
Dinar will snap on his true vision again. True sight,
Okay.
sorry. True sight. See if there's
Go ahead and
anything.
roll.
Another 3.
All right. Right down the middle. You do see an aura around the seal. And something about it seems familiar. Give me an Arcana check. Actually, Arcana or History, either one.
Well, I'm gonna go with Arcana. I only rolled a 9, but my Arcana is 8, so 17.
17. The other night, in the sky, you'd seen
Oh yeah.
we could only describe as sort of a purplish, dark pattern streak tear, if you will. The aura that's around this stone gives you that same sort of vibe, that it's got that same purplish blackish tint to it, kind of starlight playing in it. Although being this much closer to the effect, the other one was way up in the sky. Can't really make out much. Looking at this, it's unsettling. Your eyes struggle to kind of to fix on the aura. It almost seems like it's there but not there, and you can see it kind of undulating and waving a little bit, and every now and then little threads of purplish black energy kind of come off of it and then coalesce back in together and almost like a weave. kind of expanding and contracting and expanding and contracting, like something that's knitted that you can pull it apart and you can see it get tense and then come back together and loose again. So it never quite fully breaks. It kind of expands and contracts, and it's just kind of shimmering. And
Now, I know what this is. How much does Dinar know about the magical weaves around Eudora?
Given your training in magic, which would have included the history of the Ataxian Accords, banning the use of the Ataxian Weave as a source of magic. The very existence of the Ataxian Weave itself, you would know. And then, since you guys have learned of your fractured nature, you've encountered a few connections to Ataxian magic. I'd say you have a decent enough, not an expert, but you have a decent enough understanding to be able to kind of put two together and realize that this is somehow connected. Perhaps it's a fracture.
Oh.
And if that's the case, it would be a new one. Or related to the Ataxian Weave in some other manner. The Chaos Weave.
Guys, you know that thing that people have been calling us? 4 of us are fractured.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been called other things that could be considered worse, and I think Flick, I've overheard a crackpot a couple times, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure that what's happened here has to do with the things that are going on here that have caused us to become this way.
What, just because the door's been fractured?
No.
I mean, it is a legit word, right?
Yes, I understand that the door is fractured.
On the nose.
You guys remember the Ivory Spire and the rift that we walked through?
Yeah, you know, Dinar, a giant brain creature tends not to be something you forget.
Yeah, look. I think what happened at the Ivory Spire is what's happening here. This might be a new location.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's so this nice shiny new place I got's going to get overrun with ooze and skeletons.
And time warp, yeah.
But hey, we
So,
can go talk to the big giant head
just-
again. That'd be exciting. So,
Just if I can interject, just to correct.
Oh.
A fracture, what you know, a fracture is not a void gate. This is a totally separate
Oh.
thing. Fracture, attacking fracture is like floating islands, weird magical effects, blue, cold lava, like things that you've encountered. So
Okay.
that's a fracture. It's the Ataxian Weave basically manifesting in random and chaotic ways in the material world.
Okay.
With strange effects.
so would this kind of thing be drawn to powerful magic, or did it just happen to land right on top of this thing and break it?
That we'd probably have to figure out what's in the crypt to get an answer to that, really.
Hey, Torque, we got some big rocks to move, and I'm tired.
Is that even going to work? Because I can open it with magic. If physical's, but I was under the impression physical. I mean, maybe the seal's broken. I don't know.
It looks kind of broken.
I'm not sure how I feel about all this, to be honest. Wilhelmina was...
Did she say why she sealed it up?
No, only that it was at the request of Naya.
Okay. And was there anything unusual happening around that time?
Not particularly. She'd been in and out, sort of aloof for a few weeks at that point. Kept to herself a lot. More distracted than usual, I'd say. And then suddenly, she sealed it, said she was leaving, and then she was gone.
Guys,
She
how
was
far?
returning home, and
How was it sealed?
I don't know. I've told you that magic is very alien to me, and I have no knowledge of these things.
But did she seal it herself?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Guys, how far down does this crypt go?
no idea. I'm the major domo of the keep grounds, but the crypt, now that was under Wilhelmina's direct supervision as servant of Naya, priestess of the goddess of the dead, if you would. That was her domain. I strayed not into.
I mean, you're all thinking the same thing I'm thinking, right?
We got to go in there and kill some bad guys.
Well, hold on.
Apparently not.
I mean, more or less, like zombies, ghouls, all that manner of stuff. Yeah,
We get there before they get us. Like that seems like the smart thing to do.
sure. Is this with the fractured thing? Is this? Can we assume that because the Sea of Souls is full of all kinds of like undead and all that, like bloated corpses and everything? And they've been attacking cities and stuff. Like undead have become a bit of a problem. Is that? Do we ever confirm whether or not that was specifically Umbra who was doing that stuff? Because I think that's what we confirmed, right? Umbra was doing the undead attacks.
So, given your conversation with Uragani,
Yeah.
it seemed that Triskades was intruding on Umbra's domain in a certain sense, and was kind of had his own undead that he was manipulating,
That was my impression that he's sort of stepping.
sort of
That's
upsetting the balance, and
that's why they're at odds.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the undead have always been a thing. The Sea of Souls, the Black Tide, the increase of undead seems to be more connected to Triskades than it was.
So this
directly
is
to
likely
Umbra.
more of a Triskades thing than an Umbra thing.
Have we?
Well, my only reason is because if it's an Umbra thing, we
You have
probably
no idea
shouldn't
what
mess
it
with
is.
it. But if it's a Triskades thing, then we should.
Have we connected the fracture sites and all of that to Triskades?
Well, isn't
The fractures have predate Triskades. Fractures have been around since the deluge. They started appearing basically the previous time the world tried to break apart.
Mm-hmm.
I was
And
under the
they're where
impression.
Chaos breaks through the world and just causes all sorts of.
I was under the
crazy stuff to
impression
happen.
that Triskades was a being of chaos.
He is.
Right. So in
He
some way,
he was drawn. So yeah, I'll because this has all been covered. He was drawn, presumably by the increased amount of chaos
yeah.
present in Eudora. The fractures coming through, the Taxian weave kind of becoming more.
The more
Um,
fractures there are, the easier it is for him to get here.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he's not causing them. He's here because
he was drawn
they're
by
abundant.
them.
He's drawn by them. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
But
okay.
but there is the potential that he can use them.
Yep.
We actually
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically he can, because if he used them to get here, who's to say he can't send minions through them, right? If anything, we need to at least investigate this. It's just I'm not sure how I feel about having to go in and destroy all of the corpses laid to rest here. That seems a little
Well, maybe when we get inside, we'll find them having a nice little barbecue, and we can all have a nice sit down and some nice lemonade. My suspicion, though, however, is that they're going to come and try and eat our brains, and we won't have any compunctions about putting them down for a second time.
They'll be
Wow.
sorely mistaken and stuff.
While we've been having this conversation and deliberating, Nubs has got a shovel like right through the crack, and it's just like yanking, and you hear a bit of the shovel cracks, but also part of the stone actually like breaks out through in a little bit of a larger chunk. He's like, "Oi, I think we can break it open."
Progress. Awesome.
Well, at this point, whatever was sealing it is broken, and unless any of us can reseal it, I think we're going to have to, at the very least, deal with whatever could potentially be coming through from the other side.
Barbecue and lemonade. Here we go. All right. So, previous request. Hey, Torque. Finish breaking this thing.
All right. So as you prepare to crush the stone, let's take a break. That's a good spot for it, and we will be back shortly.
Hey, Elderbrain Collective. If you've been enjoying our live stream D&D campaign and want to support us, there are many ways you can do just that, and we would be super grateful. Seriously, it'd be awesome. First, of course, make sure you're following us on Twitch. Once we get our 50 followers goal, we can make our stream even better with subscriber perks. Then, be sure to follow our Twitter account. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post stream VODs as well as additional content coming soon. Of course, you can listen to audio transcripts of our stream on Podbean if that's your preference. Of course, you'll miss out on our handsome faces, but you get our incredible voices, so it's pretty good. You want to hang out with the collective and chat D&D and, well, everything else? Head over to our Discord server. It's open to anyone who wants to join. Finally, we've just launched our Patreon page, which is the optimum and best way to support us. That's redundant, optimum is best. Each tier gets you additional perks, including exclusive Discord emotes, monthly digital content, behind-the-scenes info and creature stats, and, for the truly faithful, you can even gain power over the PCs in-game, live on stream, and have an impact on what happens next. I think that's pretty awesome. We'd love your support. You can find the links to all of our sites on our Linktree. Check out linktr.ee/elderbrain, Linktree/elderbrain. We hope to see you joining us soon as a member of the collective. Happy gaming, everyone.
Whispers in the window are angry waves. Way ho, the sea of souls. Down to the mists as the ocean slaves. Way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Oh, way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Sea of souls.
Greetings, wary travelers. My name is Mike, and I will be playing the role of Dinar Neurixius, dragonborn wizard on the Sea of Souls. Allow me to get into character and we can learn a little bit more about this pale golden dragon.
Being chosen is supposed to be a good thing. Chosen by the gods to serve a purpose. However, it can mean facing a life alone. I was born in our homeland, Drakor, in the east. And though these scales are supposed to be a blessing, I was reviled by so many. I could see their jealousy, could feel their stares. My own people shunned me, and so I left. I still drew stares when I arrived in Stormhaven. It's hard to miss these scales. But the dwarves were far more accepting of me. I learned I could put my magic to good use out on the seas, so I served aboard a ship, adding my arcana to their arsenal. Maybe one day I'll return home. Maybe they will welcome me as Verithan's champion. Or at least, as kin. For now, though, life among the Gungrim is good. I am used to standing out here, used to towering over this good folk. But what they lack in size, they make up for in heart.
Hi, I'm Ian, and I play the goblin Flick Dogslicer, an Eldritch Knight fighter. Once upon a time, there was a goblin named Flick. That's me. He was a good egg, but as a recently emancipated man, he didn't necessarily have the firmest grasp on the rules of free society, and often ended up on the wrong side of the law. So anyway, I'm in this back alley, minding my own business, rooting through the trash, when this old guy in a blue dress and a big floppy hat with stars and crap all over it comes out of nowhere screaming, "Oh my god, it's a goblin," and starts shooting fire out of his hands at me. So I shanked him. I didn't mean to kill him per se, but, heat of the moment and all that. Now even I knew how this would play out with the guard, so I'm looking for a quick escape. But this old guy didn't even have the courtesy of carrying a coin purse, just this big stupid book. So, yoink, and I beat feet to the pier and sign aboard the first ship that's looking for crew. Long story short, with enough time and patience, even a bozo like me can figure out a little magic from that big old book. I joined a good crew and enjoy my life as a seafaring mercenary, trying to keep ahead of the law and maybe make a coin or two for myself. The end. By Flick.
Greetings, tale seekers and story watchers. I am Devon, medieval enthusiast and D&D veteran since my 11th birthday when I received the 3rd edition starter set. Led to a bit of a collection. I will be playing the part of Tayland Wavesinger, human bard and mariner, master of the weaponized sea shanty. Oh, it'd be alright if the wind was in our sails. Tayland is a man slowly being consumed by his own faults. He drinks far too much, and has quite a ruthless disposition against those he dislikes. But he still tries to do what's right when he can. As for his goals, well, I'll let him tell you. Oh, me name is Tayland Wavesinger, and I quickly tell to you of a man that I am a-hunting across the ocean blue, with power over the sea and sky. Believe me when I say that when I finally find the bastard, it'll be his last day.
In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where Alf, the sacred river, ran through caverns measureless to man. Down to a sunless sea.
Torque is a Tortle barbarian, presumed to be the sole survivor of the Loggerhead tribe. Even by Tortle standards, Torque is a taciturn individual, never deigning to use 5 words where 2 will suffice, and as such has been less than forthcoming in sharing his personal history with his compatriots. What is known of Torque is that he was discovered on a remote island by a passing merchant vessel, having apparently been marooned there for some years in the wake of a shipwreck which destroyed the rest of his tribe. It is for this reason that Torque holds a special reverence for Desfuna, goddess of the ocean, whom he believes spared his life in the ocean storm that decimated his kin. Having spent the better part of a decade in near total isolation, Torque is unfamiliar with the ways of the modern world, and his social skills are somewhat lacking.
It is perhaps for this reason that he has chosen to align himself with allies who are blessed in the gift of gab, as he continues on his pilgrimage, the destination of which is unknown even to himself. Hi everyone, my name is Jack, and I am not a professional voice actor or performer by any means. However, I do have a serious passion for tabletop RPGs, and I hope that you enjoy this upcoming game as much as we're going to enjoy playing it.
So, as you prepare to open the sealed slab to get into the crypts, how would you like to proceed?
First off, I'd just like to state I'm really disappointed it's not guarded by a bunch of seals, but that's just me. Because that would have been far more exciting and cute. But that said, I mean, it's a big rock, right? We just get tools and move the rock.
Or get torque.
Ian, this is Eudora, not Xantz, okay? Let's just Piers Anthony would be proud, though. Okay.
Yes, the female egret.
Oh, man.
Solution to a puzzle. I remember that one.
That's a good puzzle. That was a
all right.
really good way.
Let's.
Yeah, I think we
We're rabbit trailing.
I think we will basically whatever we need to do to brute force just open. I would prefer not to shatter the door if we could somehow just move it. I don't know what the
so pry bars over
that is.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it is not a door. It is a solid stone slab.
But if we could chisel around the edge so that we could eventually maybe put it back with some mending or something.
Torque has a crowbar, does he not?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Nubs has a crowbar.
Well, he's using a shovel, and that's not going to last for much longer.
Torque has a whelming raft.
Actually, I probably have a crowbar because I think I have a burglar's kit.
Oh, that's interesting information.
I mean, toolkit.
I mean, I think Torque being the big strong guy was probably the easiest one to move the stone.
Yeah, he could probably just use his hands and just lean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we'll just have to get some torque and open this door to create an egress.
No regrets. No regrets. All right. I'll have him do some athleticizing here. It makes the most sense. Where is his athletics on here? Why don't I see athletics?
It's the big number.
Athletics is +9.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, I just was missing it.
Somehow I have his character sheet out as well. So
21 for Torque. So it proves to have been sufficiently cracked open, and with the magic seal gone, it is stone, which is still tough, but since there is a pretty good sized crack in there for leverage, Torque's able to not, the whole thing doesn't fully come away, but able to break enough of it open for even Gaius to be able to fit through. On the other side of the slab, you see stairs leading down into a chamber that is dimly lit. You can't make out what's in it from this angle, but you can see that there's a very intricately tiled floor, very elaborate. This is not a simple tomb. This has been built with care and with wealth.
Well, I mean, Paige has dark vision 120 feet. I will send Paige through the hole and look through Paige's eyes and see what we can see. Do a little scouting ahead.
Okay.
And I'll narrate what I am seeing so everyone can be on board.
The stairs descend about 20 feet down to a elaborately tiled room. Bit of a kind of cone shape with another seal on the far end of it. And on the floor in front of it, there's another Ankh symbol. There are 4 braziers unlit around the room. 2 altars to Naya with similar symbolism, seemingly made out of marble or alabaster, some sort of white polished stone. 2 long stone benches as well on the other side. It appears to be an entryway to whatever the crypt proper, whatever is beyond it.
All right, but there's another seal.
There is another seal, yes. This one doesn't appear to be stone. You can't quite make out exactly what it is, but it's more of a reflective, polished surface.
No other ways out. This is a single room with all the stuff you mentioned, no exits, and just this one. All right, fellas. Sounds like there's one way through and another friggin' door. All right.
Dinar will use his fracture ability again.
Boy, you are just burning through those.
I can do this equal to my proficiency bonus per day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My fracture ability? Yeah, I've got 2 more.
You do?
I've used 2.
I only have, yeah.
So I have 2 more. I only used it twice, right?
Starting
Yeah.
now. Yeah, okay.
I thought you meant like after this.
Yeah,
third
that's
one,
what I
you
was
got
trying to
more,
figure. I was like,
your proficiency
whoa.
bonus isn't 5.
No.
This will be the third use.
This will be the third, yes. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So rolling a d6. Oh, that was almost a 1. 2.
Okay. You're balanced. Well balanced at the moment. Fitting, since you're entering the domain of the goddess of balance. Okay.
What does my true
You're
sight
entering-
reveal?
You're entering down into.
Yep. Let's
Oh
get
yeah,
in
sorry.
there.
I was assuming that we were already down the staircase. My bad.
Yeah.
Should have specified.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, let's put you in the crypt.
Where
I
are we?
mean,
There we
not
are.
like denizens, just visitors.
Oh, Gaius is coming with us. Okay.
Yes, Gaius has kind of stepped in tentatively, just like holding back a little bit, but
Must protect Gaius at all costs.
your true sight doesn't reveal anything other than what Flick had returned it back to you. You don't see any illusions. You don't see anything hidden at all. But as you all get down into the crypt, you can see that this seal that does appear to be solid, the closer you get, there is a hole. Roughly the size of a keyhole, let's say. Rubble laugh.
But he's back quicker this time. Oh, no, he's frozen again.
That's convenient.
Oh, his voice isn't frozen. There we go.
Hooray.
Well, Talon, let's bring that key back out.
Should we maybe investigate the keyhole first?
Oh,
I
I'm already
guess.
there. I'm looking at it. Can I see, like, is there a broken off key in the hole?
That's kind of what I'm wondering. Yeah.
Give me an investigation check.
I'm not good.
Also, I believe Flick was bragging that because it's a mundane key, the lock that if we should find it would be giving way to his picking skills anyway. So what do we need the key for?
If needed, yes. 22 on the investigation because I've nat 20'd it somehow.
You get a really good close look at this keyhole. And it's not what you would expect. And it seems meant to take something in the shape of an ankh.
Oh.
Not the broken key.
Awesome.
Okay, good, because that would have been...
So the way that the hole is, you can look inside that something roughly key size, but ankh shape would have to go in and turn.
Weird. Anyone got a spare ankh kicking around?
Gaius steps down the stairs a little bit and he actually kind of pulls into his robes and he goes,
Well, now I think I know why Wilhelmina gave this to me before she left.
Well, here's a question.
Takes it
If
off
you
his
need that to get in, why seal the doorway?
In case there was ever a need.
I don't know.
But if you can't get out without an ankh,
He hands the ankh over to you, pulls it out.
I mean, we'll take it. All right. Gaius, perhaps it would be best if you were to stay here. If you hear horrible screaming,
Run.
That means we're dying, and you should probably help us. But failing that,
Push the rocks back in front of the door.
make sure the door is it's closed up again.
I will see to the safety of what has been entrusted to me.
And if we do
Not.
die, I name you as Captain of the Radiant Dawn.
Excuse me.
I'm sure the other crew will to be on board with this. Don't worry about it.
Respectfully
Yeah.
decline.
Well, you say that
thank
now.
I believe as captain of the Radiant Dawn, I choose my successor, not you, Talon.
Indeed, I would still decline. I'm not much for ships. And
If we're all dead, Kissick gets it. That's,
Awesome.
Maybe Torque should stay up here for a bit just to keep an eye on, because they're going to need his help to put everything back, I assume.
we're also gonna need Torque if we end up in a fight.
Maybe. I was just giving us an easy way to keep from hanging out at the entrance for a bit.
So we didn't have to play Torque on our own?
Yeah.
Fair.
Well, let's see what we got before we need to worry about who's fighting what.
Fair enough.
While you're bringing the key down, I will cast light on Paige just to get that sorted.
Okay.
Would you like to open the door, Flick?
Yeah, gimme. All right. And since I have examined the lock so thoroughly, I know even which way, whether it's going...
That's kind of what I was
bumper side
thinking,
in
yeah.
Or pointy side in first. And And it goes,
Okay.
turn it.
As you unlock the seal, which then just kind of does nothing for a second. Right where the hole is, the Ankh, a split kind of comes down, straight down, and then just a little bit of a circle around that spot, and then down again as it swings open silently, soundlessly.
Sweet deal.
And on the other side, as the door opens, 3 braziers set equidistant down this hallway. Very dim light, but a little bit of light nonetheless. Come to life, illuminating the very clean and immaculately kept and constructed hallway beyond. You can see that there are 3 intersections, and you can just make out at the far end a statue. It doesn't appear to be it's not of Desfunda. Doesn't seem to bear any connection to Naya that you can tell. It seems just more decoration.
It could be Silas.
I was gonna say, does it look like a undead racist Grandpa Tayland?
It doesn't. It just looks like a nice statue.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the architect. Who knows? All right. I'm going to start with a base, just cursory listening, deep, kind of just seeing if we can hear anything going on in there or notice anything immediate other than the obvious.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. And this, I'm going to do this straight because I'm using all my senses.
Okay.
15. Oh, jeez, that was atrocious.
You rolled 3.
Other than your own voices kind of echoing off the stone walls and floor, there's no other sound.
This place sounds lovely.
Well, I should say there's a flicker of flame from the braziers, but that's it.
The acoustics are wonderful. We have light on page, I guess. Dinar?
Yeah.
I can't see. Perhaps some glowing.
All right.
I mean,
Dinar's
the most
scales will
useful
light
thing
up.
that you've ever been able to be able is a torch.
Nightlight.
More of a light bright.
All right, Dinar will light up. Let me just set up that because it's 10 feet.
Glow, 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 glow.
That doesn't actually. I don't know if you can actually see or not. That doesn't.
I'll give you the light.
Okay.
It's 10 bright.
10, a radius of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, bright light.
Okay. Now you glow. Okay.
Well, where do you want to start?
So at each intersection, you do see on right and left a pair of stone doors intricately carved. Similar iconography and patterns to what was outside. Everything in balance, patterns in balance. And you can see the Ankh and circle in several different places, kind of woven into the patterns on each door. There is a shimmering brass handle on each one. Like, this place is spotless. No dust, nothing. It is just
Mildly concerning.
Now, do these look like walking through doors, or do they look like morgue, like crypt doors, or what are these?
They seem to be, from what you gather, the doors that seal off, or not seal off, but there would be separate chambers. You've been in a couple crypts, like, there'd be different tombs or different chambers to house different, usually to hold different families or groups or lead to different areas. There's nothing about these doors. You don't see any warnings on them. You don't see any like seals. There's no locks. There's no chains. They're just doors.
And there's no like labels or anything saying this is Jim's family and this one's Jim.
Nothing that says "Don't Dead" open inside. Like.
Well, shall we just start with the first one?
Now that
guess
I'm
so,
closer to the statue, is there anything else about the statue or is it just a dude?
Give me a history check.
Ooh. I'm good at that. I will definitely roll that. 12.
12. There is something about the face, the detailing of it, that you might have seen in a book somewhere, seen something, but it doesn't really. You can't pin it.
It's Triskades.
All right, well, I will take enough time looking at it and then minor illusion it in my hand just for future reference. Like, okay, that's locked in now. Okay, got it. Okay, let's go open some doors.
All right. I guess we'll start with the first on the left here.
Okay. Go ahead, open the door.
Or if you would like to shed some light on the situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you do open the door, a brazier in the corner of the room.
Neat.
Comes a light. A
That's
very
good.
wide and spacious chamber with very intricate marble flooring. The tiles pristinely patterned and carved. There are 5 stone sarcophagi inlaid with almost like an onyx or an obsidian sort of inlaid filigree. No markings, nothing to indicate who these would be. There's no signs of exit or disturbance at all. Everything is just still and clean, untouched.
Oh, hey, I'm not super up on your human death rituals here. Desecration of the grave, is that a yay or a nay?
That's generally a bad thing.
All right, just checking. Good to know. Noted for future reference.
There are usually things put in place to prevent it.
Well, that's just not sporting.
No, actually, it is. I think. I mean, if you're going to get buried with lots of cool, awesome magic items, you got to make it difficult to get, right?
I guess that's...
You got to earn it.
So what you're saying is there's cool magical items and all these things? We just start cracking these? Like
I didn't say that.
It's Kinder Egg surprise.
Crack open a cold one with the boys.
Once you pop, you can't stop. Like, let's get all the corporate catchphrases.
Oh my gosh.
While they're riffing on
So
each other,
morbid.
Dinar is going to open up his jacket and he's going to reach his arm in and pull out his little gecko familiar, and he will kneel down and place it on the ground and get it to walk.
Everyone's got a familiar except Torque.
Yep.
You're all Torque's familiar.
Yes.
Okay, so Gecko's just walking around.
Really just trying to see if this room is trapped. So yeah, it'll walk in and maybe walk from sarcophagus to sarcophagus, and then back to me.
You're horrible. Here I am. I just want to talk about desecrating the graves, and here you are sacrificing your familiar. Man.
I could resummon it if something happens.
Nothing triggers. It doesn't seem to sense anything. Nothing eats it.
The dead are sacred, you see, so we must do everything in our power to protect the dead, including killing people and making more dead, upon which they will be considered sacred.
There is a circular logic to that I understand.
Such is life.
I mean, if your culture is one that's going to place traps that kill living creatures on your dead, it is then clear that the dead are respected more than the living. And
Yeah,
I'll say,
they're
as
seemingly more valuable.
having been a member of the living upon this earth, I would have to agree.
And having briefly joined the dead, yeah, no,
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I haven't. And he goes black for a second.
Once my gecko returns and I see that nothing has happened to it,
Presumably unharmed.
Dinar will take a step into the room.
Okay, Dinar dies. Okay.
Aha! You
tracks.
fell for the old gecko's immune to the traps.
Yeah, that tracks.
Follow
That
me.
tracks. I'll see you guys next week with a freshie.
Bring a cleric. There's lots of undead.
The gecko had Geico insurance. He's
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Just don't touch the sarcophagi and you'll probably be okay.
I'll take a few more steps in and I'll get closer to the one that's closest to the door and just confirm there's no identifying marks or anything.
Nope.
Labels.
It's
Careful,
like this thing is fancy. Very,
You're supposed to stay at least 7 feet away from all coffin.
Very nice. Very nice.
I must have missed that. I don't get it. I don't get a lot of the references though.
Often.
Social distance. Social distance.
Stay away. Look often. Nothing happens. It's a nice sarcophagus. It's
Now, just in general layout, does this look like before it had been sealed up? Is this someplace that people would come and like?
That's what I was
visit?
wondering. Is this just a burial place or is this intended for visitations?
Given the openness of it and the lighting, it seems like it would be somewhere that people could come and pay their respects if they so desired to.
Like dinner
it's not like
parties.
it's not like a walled off tomb, right? Like it's
Yeah.
got doors that presumably, like they're not locked or anything like that. So,
And the acoustics are great. You can bring a band down here. The automatic.
but everything just seems to be
lights.
everything is very fancy, but at the same time, there's like a plainness and a staleness here where there's just no sound. There's no writing.
Yeah, that's the things.
It's empty.
But we set up the buffet table at the foot of the statue over there, and then we get everyone down here. We have a great big party. It'll be great.
Yeah.
And sort of different styles of music in the different rooms, and the dance party sort of spills out onto the hallways. Yeah, this is a good party atmosphere down here. I'm enjoying it.
Well, parties aside, I think we should check the other rooms.
Yeah,
I guess that something here is going to stand out at one point.
I mean,
Yeah,
we don't
at this
really know
point,
what
we're
we're
looking
looking
for the
for.
The thing that isn't symmetrical,
Yeah.
that's going to be the linchpin at this point. I'll just brazenly. Oh, hey, there's a brazier in there.
So coming in as you open the door on the other side to that room, the brazier comes to life again as well with magical flame. And this room appears to be identical to the one across the hall.
On to the next one.
Dinar will start making
Flick's
his way
gonna
up.
get out a snack at this point.
These human eyes suck.
We'll go to this one. Dinar will try the door. Does it open?
It does.
Ooh.
We got
These rooms are
that
different.
It would make sense that the further back we go, the more you're going to see buried because they probably would have started at the back and worked their way to the front.
That's fair.
Unless they were
Although-
excavating as they went.
That's the thing, yeah. Or the other way around, but clearly that's not the case.
This room looks innocuous. Let's try the other one.
You're looking at these with True Sight, right?
No, True Sight only lasts a minute.
Oh,
So
wow,
it,
okay.
It was gone a long time ago, so right now...
You should actually get the spell just to
yeah.
give you a bit of a backup on that, I think.
What level is that?
6th level.
You know, so he doesn't waste all of his chaos.
Yeah, so he doesn't just
dice
blow
on it.
all the chaos. You should have access to it on your next level.
Bruce
Well-
C is level 6 divination.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could have. Right.
Well, I
have-
can understand why you wouldn't take it. It's just, it may not be a bad idea just to have it.
Yeah. Next level.
Yeah, it'll last for an hour off the spell. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
I also wouldn't have taken it because you have a way to do it.
Well, true. And what I did take is going to be
I
potentially more
will-
exciting.
That is the
Other
one useful
priorities.
spell that I will give you leeway on. Let's open these doors.
Yep. Oh, look, there's more, hopefully full and not emptying tombs.
I hope there wasn't
that
some kind of
fireball?
horrible disease that was supposed to be being sealed in here with all the coffin.
The maybe we'll find some stairs.
Don't worry. I got one joke and I'm gonna drive it into the ground. Like all the rest of the people buried.
Ooh, this one's empty. There goes
Indeed.
that.
Oh, hey, that's where I'm supposed to be buried.
There is nothing, no brazier, no sarcophagi. It is entirely empty.
Well, that seems unlikely.
And the other side?
Put a pin in that. Oh,
Also
no.
empty.
That's interesting. Why would the far back be empty
That is
Room
very
for growth,
strange.
man.
if the first two were not full up? There's no way to know who's buried in each of these, right? There was Dinar.
Oh, there
there's-
is
there's
a
no
way, but
markings.
you're not letting me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I meant like there's no
They're
plaques or
they're not
writing
marked.
or- yeah.
There's nothing indicating.
That's weird. I feel like this statue, there's got to be some significance to this thing.
Now that I'm closer to it, is there any resemblance on it that I can pull from?
Give me a history check.
+8.
Jeez, okay.
12 plus 8, so 20. I'm trained in history. So dirty 20.
Heck yeah.
It takes you a minute, kind of going through the annals of your mind, things that you've learned in the past, putting it together with current knowledge, and you recall that Umbra, the god of undead, wasn't always the god of undeath.
Ooh.
That he was the god of death and was not evil.
Oh.
He was the overseer of the domain of death, but was turned by chaos to become who he now is. This statue is reminiscent of some of the older depictions of Umbra, pre-evil Umbra. Who he was, who he is supposed to be. Almost as a tribute to the original god of death, whom Naya now serves in place of.
Does the statue look old enough to be perhaps sculpted when Umbra was the god of death, or is it something more modern that is a tribute to what Umbra used to be?
The statue is new. It's
Okay.
It's about the same age as this crypt. It's been built specifically here. But it seems to be, yeah, almost
Okay.
as in remembrance and recognition of who Umbra was.
And placating that half of the family that worships him anyway. So, you know,
Mhm.
begin to understand the family dynamics a little more here. This is illuminating, but yeah, the whole place is empty. So why seal it up?
That is the question.
I guess we haven't poked the right thing yet to make it go kaboom.
Well, there's a few things that we have not yet done that might reveal things that we can't see. Like if you want to detect magic.
I mean, I don't wanna, but yeah, I'm gonna wander around the room first just to see if I can, if I bump into anything invisible, first of all.
All right.
Do a physical survey of the room before we start going into.
It, for all intents and purposes, is empty.
All right. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Sure, we'll do some detect magic. It'll be great.
Okay.
So, set up in a corner over here. Get my big old book out, page perched on my shoulder, providing nice light to read, and I will read the detect magic ritual.
While he is doing this, what are the rest of you doing?
I guess. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. So, physical surveillance of the whole place, other than touching any of the sarcophagi, I guess.
So,
Okay, you can give me an investigation check. Want to do that?
Sure.
Oh, and I will pause momentarily in my ritual cast to get stylus out and just in the corner where I'm sitting, just like was here.
All right.
now, Tayland, I know you didn't have all the time in the world to talk to Silas, but you talked to him longer than we were all around for it. He's been around long enough to have seen where Wilhelmina was going, to see where she would have been at this place. He didn't talk about this crypt at all?
Not to my knowledge. He was a bit of a cagey bugger.
I mean, it's magically sealed for a reason, but there's nothing obvious here. Although, there was nothing obvious in her study either.
Well, if we're to believe Gaius, and so far I have no reason not to, it was something that her goddess told her to do. Now, it could have just been, hey, you got dead bodies on that island. Make sure they don't wake up and, destroy it.
That's
That could-
keep the,
could
keep
be
the
as
dead
simple as
inside,
that.
yeah.
But if the seal's been cracked, that would make me think that somebody wanted whatever's in here to get out. Or the other option is they wanted us to go in.
And then who is they?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the duplicitous bear man. He's gonna seal us in here.
Well, I don't know about you, Dinar,
not.
but I am. Yeah, it's very echoey in here. The acoustics
It is
are
very
great.
echoey in here.
I don't know about you, Dinar, but I'm getting pretty sick and tired of being used as pawns by deities. No
Yeah.
offense, Torque.
It's not...
Dinar going to do anything at all?
Well, I too have augury. And I do have a set of dice that I could...
Dem bones, dry bones.
Yeah. I actually feel like I remember me having bone dice. I don't see it marked anywhere, so maybe I'm misremembering.
Dice.
But I'm considering pulling a flick while he pulls a dinar and throwing the augury in there. We just roll reversal right now.
Does this mean that Torque is like currently singing a shanty while Talon goes around smashing things?
or Torque is singing shanties while Talon's not talking? That doesn't seem possible.
All right. So Flick, once your spell becomes active, it's in the immediate vicinity within 30 feet of you. You do not detect any magic.
All right, well, while the high beams last, I will do a walkabout in the whole place and see if I can get any pings.
Okay. Coming out into the hallway, there is an evocation magic to the braziers.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Well,
there is magic connected to those. They are magically lit, obviously.
pay attention to the statue and then just start checking sarcophagi if the statue doesn't ping.
Okay. Nothing from the statue. Nothing from the sarcophagi.
And check the other room.
Nothing in there.
I assume you're just going to systematically work your way through?
Yeah, I just go through the whole place, and the only magic stuff is these awesome self-lighting braziers. We should definitely get one for the shape. I think that's the conclusion here.
So assuming that you are going room by room, you get a ping of illusion magic in this bottom right room.
Sorry, ping of which?
Illusion.
Illusion?
Indeed.
Hey, I got one.
Roughly this area.
All right.
I will hold off on the augury for now.
Is it like at the wall or on the floor? Can I localize it?
Roughly around near the wall.
All right, start working the wall here. Is this a real wall?
Physically touching the wall, it is, in fact, solid. Give me an investigation check. I'll give you advantage because of your detect magic and your understanding of the illusion that is
super help
here.
A 16, that's not terrible.
16?
Not bad.
Feeling on the wall, it is solid. But then you do come to a spot where your fingers just like sink through the stone just ever so slightly, and lo and behold, it is a hidden depression of an Ankh.
Oh, hey, I still got the key. Perfect. I will put it in the hole and open this crap up.
So the depression, it's like an emboss or an engraving.
Oh, sure. So I'll set it into the
the key does not fit. This is bigger than the key.
Son of a freaking... All right, are there any other Ankhs in this place that we can lift and put in this hole? Because it's about, and I will...
Not that you've seen.
Relative size. Jeez Louise.
You wouldn't happen to have fabricate, would you, Dinar?
I can prestidigitate tomorrow. That's the best I can do. I don't have it prepared today.
Let's see what we got.
It's like, I'll prestidigitate tomorrow. Jeez.
Like best I can do. If you're
Young
saying
wizards.
if you're saying that this is illusion magic, I could try to dispel it again.
Well, I will start by doing a minor illusion of an Ankh of the correct size in the socket and see if that helps.
Oh, smart.
Give me an insight check.
Insight? Yeah, I'm actually trained in that one.
Oh, ho, ho.
Ooh, 15.
This is less reminiscent of keyhole and more reminiscent of entrance to original secret hidey hole.
Yeah, I was just going to say the next thing I would try is the tracing, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What did you do to open the door in the first place? Then the last place?
Just trace it with your finger.
Drew a picture.
Like this? Yoink, 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 yoink.
It's just a trail of filth.
Well, there's also bits from the rotten apple I've been eating, but, you know.
So as you trace it, the glow actually shines through the illusion, and for the rest of you can see the Ankh come light up now in the space in the wall, and the wall opens.
Oh, ho, ho.
Right.
Yeah.
Bing pots.
And reveals a small
Eureka.
hidden chamber, and as the door opens, another brazier comes light. There is a door
Perfect.
in this room, the south end. This one does not appear like the other doors in this crypt. This one, it's stone, but it's it's darker. It's like an onyx or obsidian. It's almost pitch black to the point where there's like a bit of that blue sheen, and you get like super black with little flecks of white and gray around it. There's no handle that you can see.
I guess we'll take a look at this door in a little bit closer detail. What do we got?
As you approach the door,
Ah, boy.
a familiar eye appears on its surface, opens, looks at all of you,
Wave again. Hello.
Ahoy!
and then closes. And
This is a
disappears
good
again.
sign. We've already been identified.
Yeah.
friendly, So,
I mean, who could possibly resist staring at this absolute perfection?
I could.
No one asked
My
you.
lord. You did ask, actually. It was a question.
It was rhetorical.
anywho, does the door open?
The door does not open.
Well, that sucks. Is there like a handle or a lock or anything? Or
No handle that you can see.
Who's got the key? Hold it up. The Ankh key that Qeuous gave us.
Didn't we use it to open the door?
Yeah, but maybe it'll get us through here. Show it to the eye.
It's still in the door.
Yeah,
the
I was
front,
gonna say, I'm pretty sure you need that to open the door.
Then show it the broken key.
It's one of those consumed on use keys.
Show it the broken key.
is there a spot for the broken key to go in this door?
I'm thinking that maybe that eye is actually holding us back from opening the door. It's waiting for some kind of symbol that we can go through.
Give me an investigation check or an insight check
I'll go insight.
or a what the heck check.
I mean, that is insight.
Yeah, it is.
WTF, I rolled an 8. I'm stymied.
Call it a buh check.
Insight. Well, that's a natural 1. Wow. +1, so 2. Sorry.
Hey. Flick and Dinar arguing about which way to orient the broken key.
What if I hold it this way? What if I do a dance
Well,
with it?
like if you hold it this way, though.
Dance with it. Your insight tells you nothing. You can do investigation if you want.
I mean, I'm terrible at them, but I'll keep rolling them.
Yeah, I'll try investigation as well.
Ooh. Apparently, I just need to keep plugging at them. 18 on investigation.
And I rolled a 15, so Flick is higher.
Like, as you are staring at this door, you notice that those little flecks are not entirely stationary. They seem to move a little bit. There's a malleableness to the surface of this door. It's solid, but not necessarily always in the same state. Like, things kind of move on the surface of it, and it seems to flow.
So I'll sort of point. Hey, check this out. It's like lava lamp door. Like it sort of moves. But It's still a door, right? And knock, knock, knock.
As you knock on it, and it kind of like gives a little bit of a wave.
It's one of them paintings from Mario.
Well, I'll try and push my hand through.
Sinks about like 32nd of an inch, like just enough, like, and then your hand just stops.
That's
so it is solid, but it's
like a gelled solid.
Sorry, is it like a water bed? Like it's like bending with his hand, or is his hand going through the door?
no, it like barely depresses in like just a little bit and stops. So it's
Oh,
just
I
like
see.
it's
Okay.
like a film on the very surface of it. So it's solid
Okay.
door, but there's a very
little bit of
fine
give.
film on it that just
All right,
moves around a little
I'll
bit and
draw an Ankh with my finger on the door and see if that does the trick.
does not.
I will draw a... No.
I think Dinar will say out loud in an attempt to maybe persuade the eye, what is it with Naya and all of these Ankhs?
Well, I'd assume it's
Her symbol.
their holy symbol.
I thought maybe speaking the name Naya would have an effect.
Yeah.
You realize you're talking to an eye, right? Not an ear.
Also talking to a door.
I
Does
see
not
what you
also
did
have
there.
hearing apparatus.
If you want to talk to an eye, you got to use ASI or ASL.
It's not one of the languages Dinar knows.
It's actually called glyphic in this world, but
Oh, very nice.
yeah, it is. It's canon. I have sign language.
Good.
Is Flick's Detect Magic still up?
I would expect not. It's only 10 minutes. So.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like this door is magical.
It's a little magic.
Well, yes, but insight
pretty
into what
obvious.
kind of magic?
Can't you just undo the magic like you did before?
All right, let me give it a shot. Dinar will... I'm going to upcast this to 5th level again.
Oof.
Nice.
All right.
I'm running out
good.
of spells, but it's getting us places, so little illusory image, this time of the actual door we can see. And a little indent of that eyeball that we saw pop out of it, and then fingers will separate in an attempt to dispel.
You're casting this at 5th level.
5th level.
The shimmering film on the door dissipates
Ooh.
Nice.
and reveals in the very center a keyhole.
Ah, I see. All right, Flick, get your eye hole in that
That
keyhole.
would fit a broken key.
Hey.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Well then, I shall just stretch open nothingness, reach in, and extract a key.
Hey, what you got in there? Nothing.
Whole lot of it. It's a whole lot of nothing. Here's the key. Who's gonna do the honors?
Flick,
I
go for
mean,
it.
It's your house of dead, so go for it, man.
Yeah, I was afraid you'd say that. All right, here we go.
I mean, if you want me to do it, I will definitely do it. But
No, it's fine.
I
it's
call
fine.
dibs on cracking
No,
up at least 3 of these things. If you,
It's fine. It's fine. Just I'm writing you out of my will.
That's just cruel.
I shall place the key inside of the keyhole.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, there it is. 21.
nailed it.
Okay.
Nicely done.
You do take 1 point of damage,
I'll take that. That's fine.
just as the key in your hand seems to kind of prick and seems to just take a little bit of blood from you.
it's a blood
see.
key.
Wasn't gonna like
Yes.
us anyway.
It's probably gonna work because it's me.
Opens. And the door
Yeah, unless you willed the place to me, and then I'd be
unlocks
right? So,
and swings open.
I don't think that's how that works.
hey, man, it's magic.
Hey, if magic relies on bloodlines and stuff, if like we all became blood brothers, if I like, you know,
That's
went against
super
what they
insanitary.
teach you in health school, and I we did the blood mixing thing, does that mean that they effectively could rely on that? So,
Well, in this case, it's you gather that it's less your blood
okay.
and more balancing.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
For what
okay.
is given, something must be taken. There's a cost. There's a balance. Everything is about balance with Naya. So there's this element of balance here.
Sure. Okay. That makes sense.
On the other side of the door, you find what appears to be the real hidden study of Wilhelmina.
Holy smokes.
Bookcases, desks with various scrolls, maps, locations.
And apparently, she
written
really
out on
liked
them.
playing Mahjong too. This is great.
There is an ancient symbol on the ground. It is draconic. So Dinar,
Dinar?
you recognize this as the draconic symbol for Naya. There are also
That just says Naya.
Nah.
there are also what appear to be 3 portals
Yeah. That's cool.
in the walls.
That's worth sealing away for sure.
One with blue, sort of milky liquid swirling in it. One purple, and one orange. Above the wall, where the purple portal is, the eye appears again.
Ahoy hoy.
Friendly wave.
This time it stays.
Double friendly wave.
And you can see, like, as you move around it, it just, like, takes in kind of Eye of Sauron-ish, like, just every movement, like.
Dinar, is there a way you can
Watching.
figure out who that is?
Don't think so.
Well, as far as I know, the only other person who should be aware of this place exists is dead.
Well, but we don't know the fate of Wilhelmina. Technically.
Well, again, unless... Remind me, Craig. Silas was able to detect any veil that was alive, but would I have any idea if that's only if they remained on this plane?
That was not specifically told to you.
Because I left the plane at one point and then came back, and he never said anything about that, but I never asked either.
I would allow a. I guess that would be Arcana. Either Arcana, religion,
I would prefer religion.
one or the other, probably.
I'm proficient in religion. 18.
Nice.
18. So, given your understanding of Silas's ability, it's tied to those who are born as Veil, but not those who would marry into the family.
Okay.
Since they would not be a Veil by blood.
Because I know, well, because he had knowledge of someone who was wed into the family, and I wasn't sure if that was because of his ability or because he just knew that.
He seemed to have a lot of information and a lot of knowledge of what was going on. But as far as tracking and knowing the fate of the Veils seemed to be specifically the Veil children. Those who were of the Veil bloodline. So if Wilhelmina was not a veil by blood, then he would not necessarily know.
Okay.
Through that means he would
and-
not necessarily know her fate.
But do we know that whether or not she was?
You do have the journal of Silas Vale.
Yeah.
Which does have the family tree in it.
Yes, it does. I'm going to take a quick look at that.
So taking a look at the family tree, Wilhelmina, her last name was Sorkin. So she married Silas Vale III, father of Edward II, Valencia, and Silas IV, who died at
Is
child.
there a reason that last name should be familiar to me, or am I just...
Yeah, I felt the same way when he said it.
I mean,
Taking a look at like through the family tree, it seems to be one of the noble families.
Have we heard of the Sorkin family somewhere?
Not in specifics, like it was one of the noble families in Vale. Like their name would have been on one of the manors.
Okay.
So it would have been one of the the nobles tended to kind of the Vale family with
I mean, it might
from
just
other nobles and stuff like that.
It might just be something in my brain, just kind of.
Yeah. There's no significance from anything that's come up.
Okay.
It wasn't like one of the ships back in Port of Sands or anything.
Yeah,
No.
the name sounds
No.
familiar, but I might just there might be that name might be used in some other thing that I'm aware of. So okay.
So yeah, Wilhelmina was not a veil by blood; she was a veil by marriage.
In which case, I think we can assume who's watching us right now, which is interesting, very interesting.
So we're on Veil Vision.
So wait, she went missing then?
She did.
Was that-
She left. She
she left the keep, and they assumed she was dead. Because how do I inherit it if she's still alive?
Well, she hasn't returned for a decade.
Yeah, she's been gone for a decade.
And she
she's
left, and she
assumed
gave up. She gave it into Gaius's care, and was basically said, "Yeah, it's."
dead. Dinar, do you know what kind of magic this is?
Not by appearance, I'm assuming. Blue,
Well,
purple, and orange.
previously we determined there was illusory, abjuration, and divination.
Right.
I would assume it's the divination aspect,
This would
right?
be the divination.
My question was more. Yeah, my question was
Oh.
more so. Do you know if this is something she could do from somewhere else on Eudora, or is this something that she could be doing from somewhere else?
Like through one of these magic holes?
I mean, what would Dinar's knowledge of the scrying spell be?
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah. All right, +8. 16, so 24.
Depending on the nature of the spell, more powerful spells would allow somebody to view other planes. Typically, in order to scry, in order to peer on an individual, you'd have to be on the same plane as them. So is it possible that she could be anywhere? Absolutely. It all depends on how powerful this spell is.
One can assume that she's probably tied to this location, so that could adjust things. Okay. Okay. Do you know if she can hear us? I know I made a joke earlier, but I'm legitimately curious now.
From what I know
the
about...
spell.
Yeah, I mean, from what I know about spells that allow you to look in, they
Very
usually
good.
have an audible component.
Hello. Blink once if you can hear us, and twice if you can't.
Shouldn't it be blink once if you can hear us and don't if you can't?
Well, if she can't hear us, she can't very well know what I've asked her to do if she can't
Then
hear
how
us
will
now,
she
can
know 2 blinks?
Listen,
There is no reaction from the eye.
staring into my soul wasn't one of the options I gave. I'm not sure how to interpret this. I'm going to assume she can't hear us.
Dinar's gonna step forward and
Or she's ignoring us.
get close-ish to the draconic symbol of Naya. He's going to look up at the eye, and in draconic, he'll say, Wilhelmina, if this is you, there's another veil behind us. Please reveal yourself.
I mean, I was going to say, I'm not going to know that you're saying that because you're speaking in Draconic.
You would have heard me say Wilhelmina, probably, and a veil.
And veil, I suppose. But I'm like, also, I mean, it's definitely not the Goblin or the Turtle Man, so...
There is no response from the eye. Doesn't indicate that it's heard you one way or the other. However,
I was going to say, this would be good for a illusory script.
Dinar, the portal to your right,
the orange one,
begins to swirl.
Something's coming.
Swirl faster and faster as it begins to glow in the outside.
Dinar, what did you say? What did you do?
Runes on the archway of the portal, Stargate style.
I was going to say, it's stargating.
Dinar will take a step back, and I imagine Torque will take a step in.
And it opens up.
Produce my pistol and then produce my rapier.
And on the other side of it, you see a snow-blown, frigid landscape. In the midst of a blizzard, you can sort of make out what looks like trees in the background, bright. Nobody steps through. There's nobody on the other side. It's just an open portal to somewhere cold.
Dinar?
That place sucks.
Yes, Tayland.
Did you cast a spell or something? What'd you do there? You spoke in tongues. You said my name.
I simply addressed the eye as Wilhelmina, and I went with Draconic because of the symbol on the floor here. Then this thing opened up.
So, are we supposed to go through there to meet with her? Is that...
I think she thinks we're dumb enough to go through there and die.
I think she is summoning us in one way or another, yes.
To die. Got it.
Well, yeah.
She knows none of us have any, like, fire magic, right?
Maybe we don't need it. Correct.
That's an outright lie.
Am I aware, since I traveled from the far east side of Eudora to come west to the Isles, am I aware of any terrain that would match what we're seeing through the portal?
Nope.
So I'm not aware of any like frigid tundras on Eudora.
There's frigid tundra far to the north, by the ice wall.
So that there's not like...
Or the opposite, the very, very south end.
Those are essentially the polar caps. There's not... This doesn't look like that.
This looks somewhere cold and covered in snow and ice that you've never seen before.
She's sending us to Canada.
If an orange portal opens up behind us, guys, you got to let us know.
How's it going, eh? You're from the other side.
Oh, no. The dreaded Newfoundland. It's Buffalo.
Yeah. I say it's not Canada.
That's way worse.
As previously established on the Quiet Year, portals to Buffalo. That's bad business.
Yeah. After a moment, the portal closes again.
Okay.
Haha. See, it was a trap. We didn't fall for it. Smart us.
A few moments later, the door to the room behind you closes.
Oh, jeez.
Well, shit.
And that's where we're going to end.
Oh,
Because it
man.
is after 11 o'clock.
To be fair, we found the books.
And I brought snacks.
Yeah, we found the books and some portals. I mean, I don't wanna say that this was that the search idea was
This wasn't the plan, but it did.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put
results
it.
regardless.
This
yeah.
definitely wasn't what we were looking for, but by God, it's what we found.
Guys, I made 3 pages of notes tonight. Like, that's a lot of notes for one episode.
I made 3 lines. Like, we spent a long time looking in the crypt. That's
all the different puzzle pieces I wrote down.
tonight.
When you're finding secret passages, that you got to look for them.
Yeah,
it goes without saying.
Oh,
all right. Well, that is it for this week's episode.
Get ready for the reading montage next week.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, for watching and hanging out. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you do, then please follow us on Twitch. Follow us on the socials. Go to our link tree. Find all of our links there. We greatly appreciate your support. Join our Discord. And we will catch you next time. Bye, everybody.